broiler starter. In broiler production, you are producing the bird for meat. And I told you during the introduction to these packages that the nutrient requirement of the animal depends on the age and purpose of the production. So because you are producing broiler for meat, you need to, package it to meet the market size on time and within budget. So now, the broiler starter requires high protein value. As of course, protein is bodybuilding food. So you need to build the body to enable it to meet the market size on time. So it requires, optimum energy value to avoid fattening it at that early stage. So the broiler starter feed is given to the broiler within the first 4 weeks of age before you can introduce your finisher feed. Yes, so it requires optimum value of calcium and other nutrients so that they will grow without having overweight at early stage and without being too lean. So we want to formulate a broiler starter feed using maize, groundnut cake, soyabean cake, wheat offer, fish meal, bone meal, lysine, methionine, premix, and salt. Now, let's go. Now, this is the dietary chart required. We are using this dietary chart now, and from the explanation, it is those values that the broiler starter needed is what guided us in allocating percentages to the list of feed ingredients we want to use. Now, for us to calculate the total energy value of this dietary chart now, we now say 51 over 100 times 3,400, and that will give you 1734. Then 20 over 100 times 2,640. That is the energy value of groundnut cake, and that will give you 528. 10 over 100 times 2,700, and that will give you 270. 14 over 100 times 1870, and that will give you 261.8. Yes, 2 over 100 times 2,860, and that will give you 57.2. Sum up, and that will give you 2,851 kilocal per kg metabolizable energy. So the total calculated energy value now is 2,851 kilocal per kg metabolizable energy. Yes. Now, that is the energy value. So for us to calculate the protein value of this combination now at these percentages, we do similar work. 51 over 100 times 10, that will give you 5.1. Then 20 over 100 times 45, and that will give you 9. So 10 over 100 times 44, and that will give you 4.4. So 14 over 100 times 17, and that will give you 2.38. So 2 over 100 times 65, and that will give you 1.3. Can you see it clearly? The weather is affecting the marker, so you can manage it like this. Now, when you sum up, you'll be having a total of 22.8% CP. Yes. So, and you know the broiler starter requires 22 to 23% crude protein. And mind you, the higher the protein value, the higher the cost of the feed. So you can experiment it on your own. So the higher the protein value of your feed, the higher the cost. So now we have 22.8% crude protein, 22.8% CP. Now, having obtained the nutritional values, you will now ask yourself, how many kg do I want to formulate? And that one will be determined by the quantity of birds you have in the stock or your pocket. That is the amount of money you have at hand. Now, assuming you want to formulate 10 bags of feed, and you know in Nigeria, one bag of feed is 25 kg. We now say 51/100 times 250. 250 is the total quantity you want to formulate. So whatever answer you get, you write it here. So 20/100 times 250, you now do it in all of them. So when you do it, whatever answer you get here is the quantity of that particular ingredient you are going to use. So 20/100 times 250 will now give you the quantity of groundnut cake you will use. 10/100 times 250 will give you the quantity of soybean cake you're supposed to use. 14/100 times 250 will give you the quantity of wheat offer you're supposed to use in that order, after which you now use each of those values you get from them and then use it to blend. Now, after formulation, you may want to package the feed for markets. And before you do that, three things comes into play. Number one is that you must decide the shelf life of the feed you are formulating. That is to say, you will decide the expiring date by using what? Preservative. How do you decide the expiring date? You will use preservative that will, protect the shelf life of the feed to last up to 2 months or 3 months as the case may be. Then the second one is that you must process your NAFDAC approval. Then the third one is that you must pass through the approval of Standard Organization of Nigeria. So they must approve your product before you go ahead and package it for market. Otherwise, that same day you package it for market is the day you enter trouble. Yes, because relevant organizations must approve your feed and recommend that it has met the required standard before you can take it out for sale. Subscribe to this account so that I can guide you on how to get those things. I will guide you on how to get those three factors that will qualify your feed to be packaged for market. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for following us. Thank you for sharing. God bless you. See you in our next package. Bye.